Now, Charles Frakuha is a dealer with Foresight Securities and Investments Limited. Joins me in the studio to review the market activities for the week. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
And despite the heavy traffic, we're able to make it down here.
Well, we are committed to see that investors are educated about the market.
Thank you so much for making our time to be here. Just first of all, tell us, we had some kind of topsy-turvy movements in terms of how the markets played out during the week, but we ended up in the positive territory, appreciating the index appreciated by 1.1%. What do you think would have led to this positive close?
Yes, we can see that the week started in a negative note, and as we proceed during the week, we saw the increases. In fact, we even saw about over 2% in one particular trading day. Yes, there were a lot of factors that played out during the week. We had the government officially saying, yes, the economy is now in a recession. Then we saw the market reacted. But I must say that the market has reacted. The impact we've seen in the market even before the government admitting that we're in the recession. So we've seen that before. Then we also saw some companies in the markets doing some positive things. I just have to mention Dangote Cement became creative in terms of their source of power to power their operations. And for us in the market, that was a very creative move. And we saw Dangote Cement doing all-time high, about 15 naira or thereabout. And of course, you know, Dangote is one of the major leaders. Dangote Cement specifically is one of the major leaders in the market. And we saw the index rising so well that day. There are other activities that occur during the week. We saw Glasgow Mint announcing the special dividend. We also saw some other companies selling their returns to the market.
Okay, let's talk about the banks. We saw that the central bank actually lifted the suspension. It placed on 8 banks. There were initially 9, but that was reduced to 8 from the interbank forex market. How did that impact on the stocks of these banks on the equities market?
Yes, when that announcement was made initially, we saw that the market reacted negatively to it, and because the market is based on information and investors' perception. For we at the market, that was not a too good move from the central bank, but we're happy at the end of the day, they were able to say some of these banks are now being asked to come back to the FX market, and we saw the market reacting positively. Of course, the banking sector generally reacted positively to it because we saw large volumes. We also saw equities like Guarantee Trust Bank doing, for me, an all-time high of over 27 naira. I think investors are beginning to appreciate that once a company is doing very well, yes, there will be negative information, but they look at the actual performance of the company, and investors will react.
Just to look at those top 3 equities that actually made headlines during the week, Guaranty Trust Bank, United Bank for Africa, that's UBA, and Diamond Bank, they actually recorded the highest volume, accounting for 394.5 million shares. Does it mean that despite the various challenges facing some of these banking stocks, investors kind of prefer to trade on them?
Yes, what you will notice is look at the prices of some of those banking stocks you have mentioned, and they've gone to, let me say, I wouldn't want to say they are bottom out, but they've gone so low. And some investors are also looking for stocks they can get in as long as there is a bit of regulatory oversight. They have confidence in the management of these banks. Of course, I mean, I don't want to advertise. Seeing a first bank holding company doing less than 4 naira is a good point to enter. So, and that's what has happened there. And you see the large volumes that we have recorded in the market. Yes.
Okay. We had some earnings during the week. We had quite a number of them. One came in from the Nigeria NMO Ware PLC. We had from Grief Nigeria, QTix. This earnings we also had for Mutual Benefit Assurance, and okay, that's just about it. Did this earnings in any way impacted on the movements in the numbers during the week?
Well, you might not see the impacts reflecting so glaring, but there are impacts because investors are concerned about issuers following the regulation in terms of making information available, whether good or bad. Let this information come as at when due. Then, of course, whatever negative impact or whatever performance, the investors will take into consideration and say, yes, this company is a responsible company. And they begin to render their numbers as at when due. So we had impact on the markets.
Okay, just very quickly, what's your outlook for the markets? We saw some of the economic numbers released during the week. We had the GDP figure for the second quarter was released by the MBS. We also had that of inflation. How do you think investors will view the equities market going by these numbers for the coming week?
Yes, it's very straightforward. Like I said earlier, the market has reacted to the economy recession long ago. The government finally agreeing officially, it shows that yes, they have recognized the problem.
Okay.
And they are providing solutions for moving forward.
All right.
For me personally, the outlook for next week, I would just advise investors to look at the fundamentals of the company they are going to invest in.
Thank you so much. I have to let you go at this point in time. Mr. Charles Fakrua is a dealer with Foresight Securities and Investments Limited. Thank you so much for coming on the Capital Markets.
Thank you for having me.
We'll go on a break and we'll be right back.